In this video, we will be looking at the topic transforming graphs. So let's say we've got a function, x squared. Just have a think about what the graph for x squared looks like. Here it is drawn. Got our x values, the answers to the function. So the answers, if we put in these x values into the function. So 3, 9, 2, 4, etc. Let's have a look at the effect of adding a number outside our function. Let's say it's going to be 3. Let's add 3 to all our answers. You see the x values don't change, the y values do. 312 I can't put on the graph. 2, 7, 1, 4, 0, 3, minus 1, 4, minus 2, 7. I'm just going to draw my curve here, but obviously it will extend up that way and that way. So if you can see, the graph has moved 3 places up. Okay, we're just going to have a look at that on this graphical demonstration here. So here we've got the graph 2x cubed minus 6x squared plus 2. See if I click the f of x plus 2, the graph translates up 2 places. If I was to do f of x minus 3, it translates down 3 places. Let's just summarise what we've just learnt here. I'm going to call this transformation number 1, f of x plus c. What we're doing, we're adding or subtracting a constant outside the function. So if c is positive, the graph of f of x is translated upwards by c units. If c is negative, the graph of f of x is translated down by c units. Okay, and here, just as a little sketch so you can see, here's my original f of x. If I add 2, my graph moves up 2. And if you can see, the x coordinate is not affected, but for the y coordinate we'd add 2. And same for f of x minus 5, we take 5 off our y coordinate, the graph is translated down, so it would become minus 3 minus 3. Okay, here's a question to answer. So we've got a graph y equals f of x. Here's the point P, 4, 1. What are the coordinates of the new positions P when the graph y equals f of x is transformed to the graph of y equals f of x plus 4? Let me move 4 upwards. This has an effect on the y coordinate. New coordinate P, it'd be 4, 5. We just add 4 to the y coordinate. B, y equals f of x minus 2. We take 2 off our y coordinate, so it'll be 4 minus 1. Okay, maybe have a look at these questions yourself. Put me on pause and pause when you're done. So the first one, we're moving the graph up 4 to add 4 to your y coordinate. Moving it down 4, take 4 off your y coordinate, and we're moving it up 8. Transformation number 2. So in the first video we looked at adding or subtracting a number outside the function. So something like this. Now we're going to have a look at adding or subtracting a number or a constant inside the function. So something like this. Let's have a look at a graph. Here is our function x cubed. We have our x values here and the answers here. So what happens if we, let's say, add 2 inside our function? So we're adding 2 to the x before we cube it this time. Before we were just adding the numbers onto the end. Okay, so here we'd have 3 add 2 is 5, 5 cubed 125. here we've got 2 plus 2 is 4, 4 cubed is 64. Here we have 1 plus 2 is 3, 3 cubed is 27. 0 plus 2 is 2, 2 cubed is 8. Minus 1 plus 2 is 1, 1 cubed is 1. Minus 2 plus 2 is 0, 0 cubed, 0. Minus 3 plus 2 is minus 1, minus 1 cubed, minus 1. So if you just have a look at all our answers now, they are like the answers for the x values, kind of 2 more, as you would expect. We're adding 2 and then cubing it. Can't plot every point on our graph. 2... So hang on. 27, what even go on to 0. Okay, so for our x value of 1, no, we can't fit that one in. For our x value of 0, we know 0 plus 2, 2 cubed is 8. So I'm going to plot 0 against 8. Minus 1, I'm going to now plot against 1. Minus 2, I can plot against 0. Minus 3, I can plot against minus 1. Now, can you see here that actually our graph has shifted 1 place to the left? So, when we add, no, it's shifted 2 places to the left because we've added 2. So when you add 2 inside your function, the graph translates left 2 places. Let me show you here on this graphing tool. So we've got the graph here of y equals 2x cubed minus 6x squared plus 2. I'm going to add 4 inside my function, which is this number 7. Can you see the blue graph has moved 4 to the left? Let's just get rid of that one. I'm going to minus 5 inside the function. As you can see, the graph has moved 5 places to the right. Okay, so let's make some notes on this. So f of x plus a, adding / subtracting a constant inside the function. If a is positive, the graph of f of x is translated left by a units. If a is negative, the graph of f of x is translated right by a units. You might want to draw a little diagram with your notes, but I've got a graph here, a quadratic graph with a point 3, 2 labelled on the graph. So if I did f of x plus 1, this means 1, a translation of 1 to the left. Let's translate 1 to the left. I think it's always useful to note down which coordinate is affected. If I've got my graph here and I move it 1 to the left, so can you see it would then be 2, 2. The y coordinate is not affected at all. The x coordinate is affected. Have a look at another one. Let's say we've got f of x minus 3. So from our original graph here, f of x, we go 3 to the right. So this coordinate point, we add 3 to the 3, we'd have 6, 2. Okay, so here is a graph of y equals f of x. The point 4, 1 is a point on the graph. What are the new coordinates of P after this transformation y equals f of x plus 3? So we're going 3 to the left. If we move 3 to the left, we take 3 off of the x-axis, our x coordinates, so our coordinate point is 1, 1. Again, we've got a graph y equals f of x. The minimum point in your graph is labelled as 5, 2. Write down the coordinates of the minimum point in the curve with the equation y equals f of x minus 2. So we're going 2 to the right this time. We're going to add 2 to the x coordinate, 7, 2. Will be our new minimum point for the graph. Okay, have a go at this one. F of x minus 2, inside your function and add 3. So this would mean we go 2 to the right. The new coordinate would be 7, 2. But then we're adding 3 outside our function, so we need to add 3 to the y coordinate because it's moving then 3 up. So new coordinate would be 7, 5. Okay, maybe have a go at all of these questions now. Put me on pause and pause when you're done. So we're looking for the new coordinate point of 1, 4. So f of x minus 2, we're moving 2 to the right. So we'd have 3, 4. B, we're moving 3 down. 1, 1. C, you're moving 5 to the left. Minus 4, 4. And for D, you're moving 3 up. 1, 7. This one here, 2 minus 3, so we're going 2 to the left for the first one. 0 minus 3. For the second one, we're going 2 down. 2 minus 5. C, you're going 1 left. And for the last one, you're going 1 up. Okay, so maybe now watch my recordings for the other 4 transformations.